Hi everyone, just wanted to make another short video on meme coins and a comparison. I did a comparison on Sunday just this week on between Turbo on the ETH chain and TCAT. Just talking about the similarities and some of the differences, and the key similarities being the community sort of driven aspect of the projects. Also talked a little bit about the price action, and incidentally, after I made the video, it was almost like a turbocharging event, the video itself, because Turbo just went on an absolute rampage and surpassed its all-time high and is staying there. It's above its all-time high. So yeah, it just shows you how quick things can just sort of take off and go. So I've just done some slides here I wanted to show you. Had a little bit of trouble trying to fit them onto the screen properly, still getting the hang of this program, but I will show you what they are. So meme comparisons. So here we are, we're going to talk about some different memes and just visualize the differences in sort of the sizes of them and the market caps and that kind of thing. So the ones we're going to talk about are Pepe, Brett, Sundog, Wojak, Cockinu, and TCAT. You can see here I've just done a little chart put them together. I've sort of I've tried to use the TCAT colours here as well, lovely purples and pinks and whites. So here's the chart here. Obviously you've got the chain here that they're on. You've got the market caps, and you can see straight away there's massive difference with market caps between different projects. Likewise, massive different circulating supplies, fully diluted circulating supplies. 420 trillion, for example, versus 627 million. Again, volume is mega different. The volume is the thing that exchanges love, because when the exchanges have coins on them that do high volume like this on a 24-hour basis, that's where they're making their money, these exchanges, because they take a little bit of the fees, or they take a little bit of spread as well. So it stands to reason that you see all these big massive meme coins, your Pepes, your Bretts, etc., on most, if not all, exchanges, because they don't want to miss out on the fees, essentially, on making their revenue. They're a business at the end of the day, and that's what it'll come down to. Yeah, so like I say, you can see the huge differences in the numbers here. Also, another thing I would mention is these tokens, all bar TCAT, don't have any burn mechanisms, so they don't reduce. The amount of tokens won't change, whereas TCAT were 1 billion, just the same as Sundog, but TCAT have burned nearly 40% of their tokens, therefore making the remaining tokens more scarce. There's less of them, obviously, and in time that will bear fruit to be that they'll be worth more money. Stands to reason. There are other tokens that do burn. Shiba Inu is one that comes to mind straight away, but they have also a huge supply, and when they burn, it's not burning fast enough to have much of an impact on the supply. So this is the thing, you can have a burn, but it has to kind of make a difference, and if it doesn't, it's just almost like a token burn, I suppose. Not a token, but like a gesture of a burn, because it's not going to make a big difference for a long time. And there's a lot of talk about Shiba Inu getting to a penny, and it may well do that, but it'll not be off burns, because I've seen videos where people have said it'll take years and many years for enough to be burned to get the price to a penny. So it'll be through people buying it, basically. So yeah, I thought it was just interesting to see this down in black and white, the difference. And you can see here, look, straight away what springs to mind is TCAT's volume is really low compared. Obviously the size of it is really low compared, so everything is relative, isn't it? But what TCAT need to happen are more people that know about it for a start, which we'll come on to in a minute, and more money, more volume, basically, more people buying. Even people selling, and people get, it's the PPP narrative, and I am a buy and hold person, and I know a lot of people are, but people that buy and then sell as well, the sell side of it is still volume, so that still does help. So it's a combination of all things really. Circulating supply is fantastic. Obviously, the fact that we have these burn processes, I say we, the Royal We TCAT. Obviously, the fact that TCAT have these burn mechanisms in place going forward, where the revenue is going to be used to buy back and burn the tokens, it's going to help the volume because it's buying, and it's going to help the circulating supply when it burns them because it's going to reduce them. So yeah, it's definitely a major positive. Let's have a look down. Next slide. Yeah, this is Murad, who I've spoke about. I don't want to. It doesn't matter really who spoke about it first, but I was one of the first people to make a video about Murad's conference that he'd done, his speech that he'd done, his presentation, when he was talking about all the things he was talking about for meme coins over it was like a 22-minute interview or something like that. And in every part of it, I was sitting watching it thinking, he's talking about TCAT. You could just apply TCAT to everything he was saying. But obviously he wasn't. He was just talking about meme coins in general. But it just showed me that TCAT is very much lined up with all of the things he's talking about, which is basically covered in this statement here as well, where he's saying buy meme coins that can become very big. Well, obviously you've seen the size compared to others. So there's plenty of room to grow there. Buy coins that have undergone multiple minus 70%. So TCAT have been up, down, along, sideways, everything in between. And that is really healthy, irrespective of the fact that it 100% does not feel like it when you're watching your bag shrink massively, like sort of 70% or whatever. However, it is, because it's it's just a process really, and then the process as you go along is obviously it proves that the team are still there. Nothing changes, irrespective of the price. The voice chats are on all the time, every day. Everyone's bullish in the community. Nothing changes, irrespective of the price. The only thing that does change that I noticed was when the price was going up, people's anxieties were going up about have they got theirs in the right wallets and can they be hacked and all that kind of thing. So I've done videos on wallets as well. It might be worth looking back and having a look at those. But yeah, it's standing the test of time, because you have, everyone's probably experienced a project that you've been involved in or you've bought into, and then it's just had a big run, and then it's gone down, and then it's never come back. It goes down and just never comes back again. It's basically dead. I want to talk a little bit about how many tokens are about in a minute. We'll have a little look through CoinGecko. But just on that, there was a couple of coins called Catcoin on the Binance Smart Chain. I seen them, blimey, I can't remember. If I'm honest, I can't remember. But I seen a post about Catcoin, and I read it, and it was fairly interesting. And then I lost the post. Like, next time I looked, I couldn't find it. So I'd done a bit of digging, and I found on CoinGecko there was two, and I didn't know which one it was. And I was just being lazy, if I'm honest. I had like $15 in my Binance Smart Chain, in my MetaMask BNB wallet. So I basically just bought both of them, $7 each, or $7.50 each, or whatever it was. One of them is still at about $2, done absolutely nothing. So that obviously wasn't the right one. And the other one went to about $1,100 from $7. It's madness. Absolute. Where else can you make money like that? It's absolute madness. So that obviously was the right one. So note to myself, take a little bit more time to look into it. If I could have put the $15 into the right one, which would have been handy, but never mind. And again, study coins that have been under 10 million for a long time. TCAT's been, 30, 35. It's been down to like 3, more or less. And obviously, where it started from, it grew, and then it's been at every point in between, pretty much. And again, study coins that have a lot of people hustling for them for free. I'm not saying I'm like hustling, but like TCAT does have creators who are promoting it because we believe in it, and we're invested in it mentally, physically, financially, and we do have a high conviction in TCAT. So when you're highly convicted on something, you want to speak about it. You believe in it, you want to speak about it. That's my take on it. It actually is the catalyst as to why I do content creation now, or I'm starting up and trying to do it. So yeah, it's definitely has people talking about it, and it definitely has a lot of people who are very much highly convinced of where it's going to go, and can see the bigger picture, and ultimately, in my opinion, will be the people who have the success going forward. So right, that's that. I just wanted now to have a little look at something else, which was my market cap. So where are we? TCAT, here we are. 7.79. Incidentally, those slides, I knocked them up yesterday, I think it was, so the figures might be a little bit out in terms of what the market caps are, because they go up and down every day, as we know, but they're more or less accurate. But yeah, what I wanted to sort of focus on was look at how many tokens there are, and look at this is decent money, these 7 millions, and I haven't heard of any of them, if I'm honest with you. I'm not seeing any here that I've heard of. Maybe a couple. Wall Street memes, I remember that from ages ago. But yeah, maybe some of them. But there's literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. And by the time you scroll up here, I've filtered it by market cap. You're getting Puff the Dragon, $75 million market cap. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. But obviously, it must be all right from the fact it's got $75 million worth of money in it. Snack, I've heard of that. Yeah, so I mean, don't get us wrong. No one's got the time, I don't think, to sit and go through all of these, study them, really look into all of them as best they can. But if you did, I don't think that there'd be any of these that do voice chats 112 days plus or whatever it is now, and have the same vision, have the same roadmap, have the same everyone pulling in the same direction, and ultimately have as good a community as what TCAT have. I stand to be corrected if there's any out there that are doing that, and anyone's involved, and anyone stumbles upon this video, then please in the comments let me know, and I'll be more than keen to have a little look and see what's going on. But I think that is a little bit of the top and bottom is basically known about these tokens, known about these ones that are going to be good. So I stumbled upon TCAT. I dare say a lot of other people have, or they found it via knowing somebody else who's in it, kind of thing. And that's how it works, word of mouth, and getting eyes on it, basically. And I'm privileged to have found it, and I know that absolutely. But I'm just saying, look at all these with look at how much money is floating around in all of these. So there's definitely a mega amount of money already here, and this isn't even like the blow off top that's going to come at some point for these memes. I mean, it's up to people, obviously, but you can invest in all these top ones, and they'll be, I would say, quote unquote, probably classed as safer because there's more money within them. The caveat to that is that the more money that's in them, the less amount of X's potential they have to grow. As far as I'm concerned, Dogecoin, it was 80. It was 4 times the size it is now. At one point, it was $80 million market cap. SHIB was 40, so 4 times. But that's an awful lot of money to get it back to there. And then that's only 4 times your money. If you put 100 in, you're getting 400. Do you know what I mean? You put 100 into something, you could just moonshot some of these if you wanted. wouldn't recommend it necessarily because it's quite easy to lose your money. But there's ones that are really, really tiny, in like the hundreds of thousands. But look at this, another seven pages, 300 rows. So crikey, how many is that? So yeah, you could just look at, or you could go through and look into these and see what you can see, see if anything's really good. Let him cook. I mean, some of them are just like bizarre, the names. But I'm not going to belittle them. They might be absolutely brilliant, and obviously people are believing in them because there's money in them. But for me, my pick is obviously Tomcat, TCAT, and that's that. Let's have a look. What else was I going to have a look at? Yeah, you can see the volume as well, how much money's been going in and out of some of these. Floki's been around a long time. It's been around since the last cycle for sure. There's Turbo there holding above its 1 cent. $700 million market cap. Yeah, crazy. And I got into that, as I said on my last video, at £60, which is now like 1,300 or something like that. But I did take a couple hundred out as well along the way, actually. Put it in TCAT. But it just shows you how quick you can 10x, 100x. Book of Memes got 600 million in it. So you know, we're looking at TCAT with its vision is $1 billion is the floor, and then people might think, oh, that's unrealistic when you look at the price of it, but it's not, though, is it? Really, when you look at all these, there's tons that have made it, and there's more and more that are getting there, that are hot on the heels, coming up towards $1 billion. Yeah, loads, and even some of them, to be honest, that I've not heard of a lot of them, to be honest. Well, I have. I've heard of most of them, maybe on here. But they're not on the tip of your tongue all the time, and they're just steadily coasting along here with lots of money in them. So yeah, just wanted to make this video, just encourage people to spread the word. Comment, like, share, comment positive, negative on my videos, by all means. Even that in itself will push the content around. It's still up to people to watch it to then find out what they're missing, essentially, in my opinion, with TCAT. People are missing out, but you only know what you know, and you don't know what you don't know. And it's our duty to kind of, or it's my wish, and what I'm trying to do is just show more people, and then the decision's up to them. Nothing's financial advice, obviously, just letting everybody know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thanks very much.